Why are we celebrating today? Okay, we're celebrating today because this is the 1 year anniversary of me telling my job goodbye. Turning my 2 weeks notice in and telling them to kick rocks. Okay, 1 year. 1 year ago, I was so scared. And I was scared of what was going to happen. But I knew that I wanted more. I knew that I wanted to be with my kids more. Thank you, Lena. And I was done. I was done. I told my job they could have it, okay? So a year ago, I quit. I ended up working through the part-time-ish through the end of March. So I have been quote unquote unemployed for a year. I have a business, obviously, and obviously that is a job, but I do not have a corporate job. I have been corporate job free for a year, okay? And the reason why is because of pharmacy. Because of direct sales. I know a lot of people look at direct sales and they're like, no, thank you. I didn't. When I kind of fell into direct sales back in my Unique days, I started with Unique in 2018. 2018, I started with Unique. It was like May, June-ish, I started with them. I had a bigger vision. Once I realized that you could make money in direct sales, I had a bigger vision. I knew that this job was not what I wanted. I knew that I had 2 kids that I wanted to be present for, and I made a way to make it happen, okay? It took me 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So 2018 to 2020, it took me 2 years, but I quit my job. And I'm so proud of myself for that. They're beautiful. We'll put them up in a few minutes. I'm so proud of myself, number one, for having the courage to see what somebody else didn't see in direct sales, okay? For having the courage to run my business, work my business, and hustle as hard as I needed to for my girls, okay? For my girls. I wanted to be with my girls. And as thankful as I was for that job, I was very thankful for it. It was a job that benefited me for a very long time. I was with them for 6 years. You look beautiful. Thank you, Melissa. I was with that company for 6 years, and it saw me through a lot of stuff. It benefited me in a lot of ways. They did allow me to come home and work from home. But you guys, all of y'all that have been working from home through the pandemic, you know now that working from home is not as easy as you think, especially if you have kids, okay? Everybody has this thing of, oh, I'm going to work from home. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect. Okay, guys, I was working at home. When Lexi came home from the hospital, I took, a week off after she came home. I took a week off, and that was it. She was in the NICU, so I was off for a little bit for that, but we stayed home a week, and I was back at work, trying to work from home with a newborn, okay? Not easy. And I worked 40 hours a week. Crazy schedule. I was working 10-hour shifts that I would have to break up because obviously nobody was here to help me with Lexi. Nobody was taking care of her during the day for me to try to do this. On top of that, I worked dispatch, answering the phone at night, okay? So, can you go and tell a newborn that, hey, I got a phone call, you need to be quiet? It doesn't work. So, I worked from what was supposed to be from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night, and I worked every third weekend, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Talk about crazy life. Marriage stress through the roof. How did you do that? I don't know how we survived it. I will be very honest with you. I do not know how I survived it, how Keith survived it, how our marriage survived it. I will tell you our marriage is much, much stronger because of it. Because it was very difficult. But, you know, you do what you have to do. And I think all of us, especially women, we just do what we got to do, especially as a mom. I didn't want to put my kids in daycare. Financially, it would have been a huge strain to put our kids in daycare. I was working out of town at the time, so that I worked about 40 minutes away. And the thought of leaving my baby in town and then leaving and going 45 minutes away, no traffic, no wrecks that you get behind, all that stuff when you go into the big city to go work, like petrified me. What if I was late picking her up? What if something happened and I couldn't get to her? All those things added up, so I wasn't home. But it was a crazy ride. So literally Keith would get up at 4 in the morning and he would come home. I started answering the phones at 5, and I prayed to God that he got home at 5, because some nights he didn't. Some nights he didn't get home at 5, whether it just be where he was working at, traffic, whatever. That was a nightmare. So he would watch Lexi from 5 until 9. He'd put her to bed, and then I would get back when I got off at 11. I'd wake her back up, feed her so she'd sleep on through the morning, and then he would get up and leave in the dark, and I'd be asleep. And it was tough. We did that for a really long time. How long? I've been married, so September will be 10 years that we have been married. We've been together for 14 years. January was 14 years together. Yeah, we're stronger than people think. Exactly. And sometimes you're stronger than you think you are. Like, I never imagined that is all the stuff that we would have been doing and dealing with and trying to go through life with. But we just did it. You just wake up and you just don't make an excuse. You just do it. Yeah, I'm blessed to not leave my kids to this day other than being at school. Yeah, and that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, is even when Lexi and Dawson go to school. Lexi will start school in August. I don't have to go find another job. I don't have to go back to work. I still get to be able to drop my kids off at school, pick them up from school, and enjoy them, okay? And enjoy the summer. Enjoy when they're off for Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't have to go back to work. And that is something that direct sales gave to me. So people can turn their nose up to direct sales all they want. But number one, have you tried it? Have you tried direct sales? Have you seen what you could do? And number two, if you failed in direct sales, why did you fail? Did you fail because of the company and the product, or did you fail because you didn't put in what you needed to? You did not give it your all. I mean, sometimes we got to face the reality of it. Did you half-ass it? If you half-assed it, then duh, you're going to get a half-ass result, okay? Not to be rude, but that's the truth. And is that what you did? So sometimes we got to look at ourselves. It's good to have a good man. Yes, girl, it is. It is. Me too. I get crap for it. Yeah. We get called pyramid scheme. I mean, all the stuff. I've heard it all. Whatever. I don't care. They don't pay my bills. Clearly they don't pay my bills. But, March of last year, we were tracking. So when I was with Unique, I did not make any money, okay? I maybe made like $100 here and there a month. I would maybe make enough to pay for my products that I was purchasing, but that's 100% not what I wanted, okay? I didn't want that. 100% film. Ooh, thanks, Kay. I missed a little piece of glitter when I was cleaning them off on one of them, but we rolling with it. We're rolling, because these are third time that I'm wearing these lashes, y'all. Third time. You can clean them off. This summer will be 13 years. Yes, girl. I think that is so unheard of now when people are like, oh yeah, I've been married for 10 or 13 or 14 years. Like, it's unheard of. But I love meeting another couple that's been married for 40 or 50. And you're like, what do you do to make it work? And you're like, you just do. You just figure out each other. And sometimes you just ignore each other for a minute. I did Unique too and did not do well there either. Oh, girl, thanks. Thanks, Kristen. So, yeah, I didn't do well with Unique. When I came to pharmacy, it just clicked. There was just something about it that just automatically clicked in for me. And I started pharmacy in September of 2019. What are you barking at? You are interrupting me. What are you doing? Yeah, zip it. This is doggy trying to steal the show. So, I started... What? Come here. I started September of 2019 with pharmacy. I hit a director title with them the week of Thanksgiving, that following that November, so November of 2019, I hit a director title, which means I was in the top 2% of the company. Yes, and God being on your side too helps. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. One other thing for any of y'all that are thinking about marriage or going into marriage, take divorce off the table. Take it off the table. Unless they're abusive or whatever, but if they're that, then you don't need to be marrying them anyway, okay? Take the word divorce off the table. It's not in your vocabulary. Work it out, okay? Yes, there are things that happen that divorce is appropriate, okay? I am a divorce kid, okay? So yes, there are things that happen that lead, but if you are getting married, do not go into a marriage saying, if it don't work out, we'll just get divorced. No, no. Don't eat my necklace. No, you work it out, okay? You can rebound from a lot of things. Communication will doom your marriage. Lack of communication. Okay, you can do that. So, I hit director title in... I love him. He's adorable. All right, we'll hang him up in a little bit, okay? No, not... Yeah, me and Keith decided when we got married, divorce was not an option. We would try our best to work it out. Yes, girl, give it your all. Yeah, you just got to. So September, I joined. November, I became top 2% of the company. Amazing things. So money started coming in. Okay, we were making money. And as we were tracking what I was making with pharmacy, we were tracking what I was making with my job. And things just kept happening. You know how God sometimes is like, knock, knock. Hey, no, knock, I'm here. Hey, it's me, the G-O-D, yeah, it's me. And he started setting things in motion. Now that I kind of look back at it, things started to set in motion, to kind of make this happen. But in January, we realized that, hey, I'm replacing what I'm making at this job. I'm making at pharmacy. So literally I was matching my pay at both places, okay? Corporate job and pharmacy, my pay was matching. February, it was creeping up. March came. And even the girls still talk about the plague of March. So a lot of things had happened within this position. They had brought in a new manager that I had to deal with. He was not my manager that I had to deal with. There were a lot of things happening. I was working from home. So one thing I feel like that happens when you work from home is because I was not in the office to defend myself, I became the scapegoat for this manager for any issues he had, which was baloney. I had been there for 6 years. I had done an amazing job. I had made many, many raises. I had been offered many times to go back into the office for a promotion, but I didn't want to leave my girls and I turned them down. So for somebody to come in that had been there for 3 or 4 months and they allowed him to stir this pot. And I'm like, you know what? Looking back now, I'm like, God sent this man. God sent this man to help me have a reason to get out of there. Because that's what I needed that. I needed to leave. It was time. You could tell it was time. So, yes, that's where I'm at. Ready to leave corporate. Hopefully, I hope you do, girl. And it is the best. It's the most nerve-wracking. Sending that email was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life. Because I didn't want to give it up. I was not ready to let it go. Not just because of the money, just because it was something that I had done. I felt like it helped define me, give me something outside of mom. You know what I mean? It's something, hey, this is Heather Taylor. She's, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. So that was really hard. Me and my hubby got married March 3rd and for 10 years separated, 3 years, got back together, get married again on March. Yeah. See, you can work through it. Marriages are an amazing thing. You can really, when you truly love somebody, you're just kind of compelled to each other, That seems to happen. Yeah. So, March was the plague of March. Okay. We pick at that because, my mom had kept the girls and lo and behold, she had a stomach bug. We had no idea. And she was sick. Lexi got sick, okay? Lay it in there. Lexi got sick with a stomach bug. And I mean, it was bad. It was terrible, okay? It started, I think, Saturday night. Sunday we dealt with it. She felt a little bit better Monday morning. And all of a sudden, I think Lexi's on the mend. Dawson gets sick, okay? So I had gotten up that morning to work. And I started working at 6:30. Because I knew that, you know, Lexi had been sick. There was a good chance Dawson was going to get sick. I said, I'm already up. Let me go ahead. And I remember all of this like it was yesterday. I got up and went ahead and I worked at 6:30 in the morning trying to knock stuff out and get it done because I already knew Lexi still didn't feel good. We know how stomach viruses are. They run rampant, okay? And Dawson, sure enough, did get sick. So I texted my manager and I told her, I said, you know, just giving you a heads up. Lexi's sick. There's a good chance, you know, it's going to run through the rest of us. Just giving you a heads up. She was like, okay, not a problem. And then so I texted her. I said, lo and behold, I said, Dawson's sick. I was very upfront this whole time in telling her. And yes, I understand that I work from home and that I can work through sicknesses. I get that, okay? But as a mom, when your baby's sick, they don't want you sitting at a desk, okay? They want you with them. They're pretty miserable. So Dawson got sick. Then Lexi started getting sick again. Once Lexi started getting sick, I got sick. All three of us were sick. I was literally throwing up as my kids were throwing up. I know that's TMI, trying to take care of everybody. I texted my boss. I said, I'm done for the day. I can't do any more today. I will see what I can do tomorrow. She had the nerve to come back and tell me that I needed to finish my work. She had the nerve to tell me that my day was not done and that I was going to continue to work. I literally had Lexi on the toilet pooping her brains out. I had Dawson in the bathtub trying to clean her up because she had thrown up on herself. And I was throwing up in the sink in the bathroom. And she told me I was going to continue to work. That I worked from home. That I could do that. Lord, y'all, when I tell you that set me off beyond belief. Keep in mind, my manager did not have any kids. So she honestly, in her defense, has no idea what it's like to be a mom and what it's like to have sick kids. But regardless, if I didn't have kids, I was sick. When you're sick, you're sick. The end. But see, the problem is that I worked from home and they took advantage of that. Okay, so this was not the first time that I had been told that. I had been up several months prior to that. I had a migraine and was sick to my stomach. Couldn't see a computer screen to save my life. I mean, it was one of those migraines that just knocks you out. And I was informed that I was going to continue to work. And I had talked to some of the other dispatchers that worked for the same company and found out that she had done the same thing to them, that they were not allowed to have sick time. Now, when we work full-time, guys, we got sick time. We did. And they don't care. A lot of times when you work for these bigger companies, especially when you work from home, they don't care. You are just a number. Completely just a number. So, yeah, it's been there. I had to go out of town right after maternity leave for a week. My baby was only 4.5 months. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It doesn't matter if you're sick at work or at home at work. You're still sick. That was my point. That's my point. When you're sick, you're sick. Like, if I'm sick enough to go home, I still don't want to work. Like, especially if you're that kind of sick, like you have the stomach bug sick. So, I ended up having to call Keith and have him come home from work because I just couldn't manage. I mean, I couldn't manage me being sick, the girls being sick, and then that on top of it. So we just decided that was it. She was not going to do that. And I sent her a message back and informed her she was not going to treat me like that. And I would not be finishing my day and that I was just done. And she sent me a very nasty message back to me, told me that I was not going to talk to her that way, but yet she proceeded to talk to me like I was a child that needed to be scolded. No, honey. No. You could push me pretty far, okay? You could push me pretty far, but when you push me to the point of breaking, that's it. Done. So when Keith got home, we discussed it, talked about it. Keith had to actually end up taking care of all of us. His mom had to go to the grocery store, like the whole 9 yards. This was, the girls still talk about the plague of March, okay? Quit pulling on his tail. So, nope, and running your life like that? Exactly. She doesn't need to be, no. That her job went to her head, because she was not like that to begin with, I promise you. What? Yeah, give me just a few minutes, okay? No, she just, that was not how you talk to somebody, especially somebody that already doesn't feel good, and you're already in your feelings because you don't feel good. No, that was not the way to do it. So, especially when I had work. I had been up, like, y'all, I told you, I'd been up at 6:30 and I had work. So it wasn't like that I had not put any work in that day and I was completely disregarding my job. Look at this baby. You see? He's beautiful. So, put them down. When Keith got home, we had talked about it. And we kind of, no, stop. We had kind of molded over what we wanted to do, because it was a subject that we had already been talking about, that, you know, this job was not worth it anymore. And we decided that that was it. And I turned my notice in. But pharmacy picked right up. Pharmacy covered what that job gave me. Now, I will tell you that when I turned my notice in, it was, if I am correct, it was March 4th. I may be incorrect, it may be the 5th, but I'm pretty sure it was March the 4th that I turned it in. And I will tell you, that is when Corona kicked in. So if y'all remember, all the regulations, all of the panic started the 1st of March. So literally the day that I turned my notice in, we do that, and that either that night or the next day, we were watching the news, and all of a sudden our worlds came crashing down because of coronavirus. And you couldn't find toilet paper, you couldn't find food, you couldn't find anything. Everybody was in full panic. The world was crumbling, right? When coronavirus first happened, the world was crumbling. And we didn't know what was going to happen with Keith's job. And we didn't know what we were going to do in general. And here I am. I just quit a job. I just quit my job. So the panic did set in. And that is why I continued working through the end of March. Because I was like, you know, hey, I'm quitting. But if you need a little help till then I will help you out. I don't mind it, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm going to stack some money while I can, and then that way we'll be carried through this, whatever happens, right? So panic did set in a little bit with that, but I will tell you, pharmacy has carried me the entire way. And I have never made a dime less than the day I quit. Pharmacy has matched my pay. I currently am over doubling what I made there. So I'm super happy with that. God saved y'all. Yep, absolutely. And that is one thing I will tell y'all, that me and Keith both will tell you this. God has always laid a path for us. We've always prayed for him to, you know, Lord, lead, guide, and direct us. And he has always made a path, no matter what. It's a matter of, will you have the courage to go down that path? You know, that's the difference. So, Lee, God, knew, and he has known all. Yep. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Kenitra. So happy for you. I cannot wait for you, Lena, to do it. I mean, really, it is a shock to the system too, because I will tell you, after all the equipment was out of here, after I had returned my laptop and my printer and all that stuff, and I kind of looked at my desk, and I was like, what do I do now? What do I do now? And, you know, obviously I have filled my days. I have begun working pharmacy full time, and it has paid off in so many ways. But yeah, I just want you to understand that direct sales can change your life, okay? And I know that sounds cliche to say. I know that it sounds, this dog is such a baby. I know it's so cliche to say that, oh, direct sales can change your life, but it really can. It truly, truly can. I spent $20 and I bought a VFX foundation, a matte liquid lipstick, a brow powder, and the setting powder. That's how I started, okay? That's how I started in September of 2019. It took me from September to March the following year, and I quit my job. It is possible. 100% possible, y'all. If you will put the work in, okay? So all of you ladies that are listening to me right now that are already in direct sales, and this is what you want, commit yourself. I will tell you that it takes work. You are not going to jump into direct sales today and tomorrow find a fortune, okay? You've got to find your path. You've got to put the work in. You have got to do all the things, okay? Now my nose is running because I'm getting upset. I'm not getting upset. It's like happy tears because like you're thinking back to all this that you accomplished in the past year, and it's crazy to me. It's mind-blowing, okay? So if you're in direct sales, whatever company you're in, I don't care if you're selling, you know, nails, if you're selling calendars, I don't care. You selling rainbow vacuums, I don't care. Listen to me. You can do this. You can turn this business into something sustainable. You can quit your job. You can find success, but you have got to be willing to do the work. Okay? If you want to replace your 40-hour-a-week job, then you need to be putting in that into your own business as well. Okay? No, you don't need to put 40 hours a week into your business, but you can't invest 10 minutes a week into your business and think you're going to get a return off of it. Okay? It takes work. There are hacks. There are ways around it. There are time-saving tips. And when you join my team, I share all of that with you. There are things you can do, okay? So you just got to do it, okay? If you're scared, do it. What do you think you're scared for? Okay? You got to get over that fear and see what's on the other side of it. Because I promise you, what's on the other side, what if I kept that job? What if I kept that mindset? Would I have stalled my business out? Would I have just been so miserable that I couldn't do anything? I couldn't do pharmacy. I couldn't do that corporate job. Stop. Go put that up. Invest in yourself, okay? Invest time in yourself. Invest time into your business. And when your leader is telling you things that have helped them, listen to them. Go to YouTube. Find some motivational videos. Go to YouTube and find, look up how to be successful in network marketing, whatever it is, okay? Cold messaging is a no. Don't cold message. I will tell y'all, when I started pharmacy, I have never cold messaged a soul at this company. Not a soul. Not a one. And here I am, successful, doubled my pay that I was making at my corporate job. Like, you can't find success without cold messaging, because honestly, who likes doing that anyway? But my point is that it's all possible. That if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to make it happen. I wanted it bad enough. I wanted to get out of that job. I wanted to be present with my kids. Y'all, I may work from home, and a lot of y'all can attest to this. You work from home, but that does not mean that you're present with your kids. Your kids are there. They're there. But that doesn't mean that you are present with them and that you are interacting with them, okay? It doesn't mean any of that. And I can't tell you how many times I had to push my kids away from me. No, mommy's working right now. No, I can't do that right now. Lexi Quinn, like right now. No, mommy's working. Can you go? No. Like, it doesn't matter that my kid is back there. Who cares? It's my business. If they want to be in the video, then they can be in the video. But
hello.
Quit. They're still in their pajamas, to be real honest with you. That's how far we've gotten today. But you can make all your dreams come true. You truly can. Believe in yourself that you can do it and put the work in. Can you give us a brief idea of how you did it? I showed up every day. Every single day I showed up in some way. In some way, shape, or form. I was present on social media. I was present in my team page. I helped my girls that joined me. You got to help them as well. It's a team effort. I did lives. Y'all don't want to hear it. But lives, y'all, that's the way to do it. Get people involved in your life. Share your life, okay? No, I don't share the little nuggets that are private. Never share relationship struggles with your spouse that are deep. I mean, yeah, like if he took the last chocolate, yeah, I'll share that with y'all. Or if he snored all night and I'm mad at him for that, I'll share that. But I'm not going to come on here and share with you our financial struggle, or if we're having a marital dispute, or you don't share those things. But you can share, hey, my favorite Starbucks drink is this. Like, my kids went to the park today. You can share all those things, and that is how people relate to you. And that is what you need to do. You've got to share it all. If your kids are driving you crazy and running around the background with some fake flowers, share it. There is a mom out there that can relate with you. If you need to go hide in the closet with a brownie and a bottle of red wine, there is a mom out there that can relate with you, okay? There is somebody that can relate with you. If you're having a struggle at work and you want to talk about it, there's somebody that can relate with you. And that's what happens when you build... Girl, quit. When you build those relationships are what are gonna help you. People don't necessarily buy my makeup just because it's pharmacy. They buy it because I believe in it, because I present it to them, because they have a relationship with me and they have a trust with me that if I tell them something is good, if I tell them something is valuable, they believe me. And I also share more than makeup. If I find a good sale, I share it. Y'all know I have a love for Maurice's. If I get a good coupon, I share it with y'all. You know, you got to share everything. Look at you, Foxy. Ooh, girl. I was like, you know what? We need to get fancy today. I don't know why, because it's just a normal day. But I feel like today is like a monumental... I need a baby carrier for this dog. I feel like today is just a monumental day. Like, to say, a year ago today... I turned in my notice. I quit. I was done. And that pharmacy paid me. Pharmacy kept us financially stable. I didn't have to worry. I didn't, say, oh my gosh, okay, I quit my job. Now what do? We don't have any money coming in. I didn't miss a beat. And I think that's the biggest thing. And even me, Keith will talk about it sometimes. Like, we didn't miss a beat. We didn't have to go eat beanies and weenies for 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, nothing changed outside of my attitude. And even Keith is told me after, a couple months after I quit, that he was thankful that I was happier. I was a happier person. I was more me. The me that I was before all the things that that job took from me. Okay? They were literally sucking me dry. So, yeah, celebrate. We celebrating today, girl. Celebrate. My hair's a little frizzy. I've lost one of my children's. I think she's in the closet. But, yeah, so it's a celebration. So, if you've been thinking about this, if you've been curious about pharmacy and you really want to kind of dive in, if you have questions, talk to me, okay? Talk to me. We can... go through Messenger. I can call you on the phone if you're one of the type that you really just want to talk it out on the phone. If you want to meet somewhere, we can meet somewhere and I will talk it through with you and you can touch and feel and I can send samples and figure out what you want. The biggest key, guys, when you get into direct sales is to make sure that you are doing a business that you can invest yourself in, that you can put your name on, and that you truly love, okay? So, for example, like myself, y'all all know I'm very, very sensitive to scents. I can't do scents. They give me an instant headache. I am very jealous of all of y'all that can and wear all the nice perfumes. I'm so jealous. But for me, I would not be a very good person to go sell Scentsy, right? I would not be the best person to go sell a candle. I can't tell you what that candle smells like. I can't suggest a candle for you because I personally cannot smell that candle, okay? So if makeup and skincare are not your thing, then you need to find a business that is your thing. What do you love? What is something that sets your heart on fire, okay? For me, I did find that makeup. I honestly would have never thought that makeup would be my thing. I'm going to be real honest with you. I wouldn't have thought that. Hold on. Let me put him down. I would not have thought that makeup would be it, but I truly love it. I truly love the expression that you can have in this business. And if makeup is not your thing, guys, I will tell you that by the end of the year, we will have health and wellness. So if you are somebody that enjoys health and wellness, that is coming, and you will be able to dive into that. But Farmacy is $20 to join. I do encourage you, if you do join, to grab a couple products, okay? Whether your budget be $10, $20, $100, whatever your budget is, grab one or two things because you do get it all at a discount, okay? You do get 50% discount, and that is automatic discount, okay? When you log into your website, it's 50% off. You do not have to wait for that money. Like when I was with Younique, I had to wait for the money to come back in commission. So if I wanted to buy a foundation that from them, it was $39 for me, just like it was for a customer. And I had to wait for that money for my 20% commission to come back to me. Yes, you get paid in 3 hours, blah, blah, blah. But I had to wait for it, okay? I had to have the money up front. Farmacy doesn't do that. When you log in, it's automatically discounted. So if I see a product that is $30 for customers, it is $15 for me. The other big difference, I don't know if a lot of you realize that, but when a company pays you back in commissions instead of, and they call it a discount, guys, it's not a discount, because what happens is you now have to claim that on your taxes, okay? So when I was with Younique, all that discount that I got for 20% discount, it showed up on my 1099 and I paid taxes on it, okay? Farmacy doesn't do that. It's just straight 50% off. You check out, you're done, okay? You also get 50% commission. We are the highest ranking paying commissions, however you want to phrase it, in direct sales. So you pay 50% off straight out the gate. There's no waiting. You don't have to be a certain status. You don't have to be pink or a lead beauty guide or none of that, okay? You are automatically, if it is your first day and you are hitting that sign up button, you get 50% off of your products and 50% commission. Now, if you decide to build a business, there are amazing bonuses that you can also earn. So for me, for instance, I make 50% commission, but I also get a 25% bonus, okay? I get 25% bonus on anything that I personally sell. And then I get a bonus off of everybody that has joined me personally, okay? So I get a bonus. I also get a car bonus of it just went up to $350 a month. Okay, car bonus. So there's a lot of money. Farmacy is really good about wanting to make you money. They want to give you money, but you've got to earn it, okay? And yes, it takes some work, but it's not rocket science. It's really not. And I will tell you that half of y'all watching me right now already are doing some of the things that you would be doing anyway. If you post on your newsfeed, if you post in your stories, if you're having a really good hair day and you take a selfie, if you have a really good makeup day and you take a selfie and you post it, you're already doing it. You're just not making any money. I mean, there's a thought. There's the thought, okay? And I will tell you, when I started, I remember this like it was yesterday, because I kept saying to myself, Heather, you have 174 friends on social media. You have a Facebook. That's it. No Instagram, no Snapchat, no Twitter, no YouTube, nothing. I had Facebook. I had 174 people on there, and they were family. I would say 80% of the people on my Facebook were family, okay? I do have a large family. 80% of them were family. And the other ones were probably a few acquaintances, some people from high school, stuff like that, okay? So I started with no base. I had no following. I had just nothing. And yes, it was scary because I also didn't really post on Facebook a whole lot at all. I really had kind of cleaned out my friends list and kind of pushed everybody away. I didn't want them involved in my life. I didn't want them to know anything. I wanted to be a very private person. Now look at me. Here we are, but you can do it. And I'm still a very private person, okay? I still am. You can maintain your privacy and do this business. I think that is something that some people worry about a little bit, but you can absolutely maintain privacy and still be a public person, okay? I'm doing it. But it doesn't take skill. It doesn't take knowledge. I don't have a college degree, y'all.
I didn't eat my last one.
He did. I don't have a college degree. I'm nothing fancy. No friends, no social media, no fancy degree, no makeup skills. None. Okay, none. I didn't know what a brush was to begin with. I didn't even know what a beauty blender was. I thought you used the little spongy thing that came in the pack. I had no idea, okay? I didn't know what contour was or how to do your brows or that there was multiple different types of lipsticks. I thought you just bought some lip gloss that Maybelline sold and you were done, okay? I had no idea what I was doing. You watch YouTube. You find other people that you admire that do really good makeup and you watch them and you learn and you practice, okay? I would practice and practice and practice and literally just wipe it off. And practice some more and wipe it off. But I got better and better and better. And you can too. Don't let that stop you. And I promise you that skill does not equal success. So don't think that because you don't have a skill that you can't be successful. I promise you it's not true. It's not true. I have seen people come into this business that have the most amazing makeup skills. I mean, their makeup is flawless. But they don't make it. They do not make it in this business because skill does not translate to success, okay? The will to learn, the will to show up every day, the will to put yourself out there and expand your comfort zone a little bit, those are the things that will make you successful in this business, okay? So just know that you can do it. You don't have to be anybody special. You can be little old Heather from small town North Carolina. Okay, small town North Carolina, middle of nowhere. I tell people where I live and they have no earthly idea. Amongst farmland, okay? I'm out here amongst the farmland in the bushes. You can be small town, ain't been to college, ain't got no skill, ain't got no makeup skill. And still make it, and still find success, and still quit your job, and still have the money coming in and be successful in those paychecks that you want. And guys, beyond the money, the confidence that I've gained, the confidence in myself, the self-worth that I have found, those things I feel like are just irreplaceable, okay? I would have never 2 years ago stood here and did a live with you where I was not doing makeup, where I was not doing something to distract me. I would have never done that, ever. So that is valuable in itself, okay? Coming out of your shell a little bit is valuable. I have met some amazing women in this business as well. My Soul 6 girls are a blessing, straight blessing. And they know who they are. They make this whole thing worth it. The people that you meet, they really truly become some really great friends. So that, to me, is one of those things that's irreplaceable as well. So, all right, I am going to hop off here. I'm going to go enjoy my girls and finish making Easter decorations with them. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate you, whether it's you've given me a like, you've dropped a comment, you've made a purchase, you've joined me. All those things are what got me here. All of those things are what helped me quit my job a year ago. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for watching me grow. Thank you for being here on this journey. You will always see me call this a journey because it truly, truly is a journey. And you really discover yourself in it. So thank you all for being a part of it. I'll talk to y'all soon.